Hi guys, my name is Ruby and welcome to the vlog. If you are new here, I'm a part-time small business owner and I have been running my business for a year and a half now. Recently, I asked you all to send in questions whether you are just starting out or already on your journey and looking for some tips. So, today, while packing some orders, I will be answering them. I will also share my own personal experiences with you guys and will give some insights like what really goes on behind the scenes of running a small business. I hope this video gives you the inspiration, comfort, or maybe even that little push you need to start. Before we start, I just wanted to mention that I don't have a microphone, so please ignore any background noise. To get a clearer recording, I am actually doing this voiceover in the middle of night. I hope you guys can clearly hear what I'm trying to say. I'll be answering some of the most frequently asked questions I get in my DMs about starting and running a small business. I will share my struggles and tips that I have learned along the way. So, yeah, let's get started. So, the first question is, when did you realize that you want to start a small business? Honestly, it all started when I just completed my school in 2020. I was just scrolling through Instagram and then I came across this small business run by a girl, and everything she made looked so pretty. And what shocked me the most was the people were actually buying from her, like real customers. She was Indian, just like me, and only a year or two older. That made it kind of real. Like, if she could do it, maybe I could too. I have always loved handmade things, so I thought, why not try? I first started my business in 2020 and I was just selling scrunchies at that time. It was more like an experiment, but when people actually bought from me, it felt unreal. I had to stop because of college, but after graduating in 2023, I decided to start again. This time I shifted to jewelry, and here we are. Next question is by Ritika. How much to invest in a business when you are just starting out? If you ask me, I'd say don't make the same mistake I did, spending a ton of money upfront on things you don't really need. For example, I spent more than 5,000 on beads that I'm still not using today, and trust me, it was a waste. When you start, I'd recommend doing your research first. I didn't do enough of that and I got carried away. I think the key is to figure out what you actually need for your business, not just what looks good on paper. I personally feel that the amount you can invest really depends on your situation, so start small and smart. Personally, I think investing in tools that help you show your business better is a great move. For example, a good tripod and microphone. I wouldn't suggesting having a high-end camera like in the beginning. People really appreciate good clear audio and videos. So start with the basics. Once you have materials and tools, then you can think about expanding. Do you shoot on iPhone, Android, or camera? And what are the best shipping companies to ship your orders safely? I just use my iPhone 11 to shoot all of my content for my Instagram, for my YouTube, and for my product pictures. I just use my mobile. And as for the shipping part, there are two ways you can ship your couriers in India. First one is by using the post office services, and the second one is ShipRocket app. I personally prefer ShipRocket because they will come to your doorstep to pick up parcels, and there is no need to go anywhere. It's super easy and convenient to use. I really haven't used the post office services yet because I'm a student doing my masters, managing my house on my own, and waiting in long lines at the post office, just doesn't work for me. That's why I use ShipRocket, which is super convenient, And when it comes to shipping companies, there are plenty to choose from in ShipRocket, but I personally prefer Delivery, DDDC, and Shadowfax. I haven't had any issues with these so far, but I'd suggest to avoid shipping during big festivals because there's higher chance of parcels getting lost. I actually lost two parcels last year and had to refund customers, so trust me when I say this, it's better to wait until after the festivals. Next question is by Mona. What were the challenges you faced when you started your business? Okay, so when I first started, I faced a bunch of struggles. One of the biggest ones was not having a good phone to shoot my videos. I had my personal phone, but the camera was terrible and it just wasn't cutting it. So I had to use my brother's iPhone 16, which wasn't ideal because he works from home and his phone was always in use. I could only shoot when he wasn't available, and which usually meant late nights, like after midnight. I had to shoot my content then and prep it in advance just to make sure I could stay consistent, even though it was exhausting. Another struggle was with the raw materials. There was a time when I literally got scammed by a local shopkeeper, and I ended up wasting a lot of money on that, and it felt like a huge setback. I also didn't want to rely on online shops too much because they were kind of expensive and I couldn't bargain with them. I was trying to find someone who can sell me wholesale materials so that I could save some money and avoid those pricey middlemen. Celestial Heaven asked any photography tips or advice. First of all, you really don't need fancy lightnings to start. I mean, I still haven't bought any and I just use my table lamp and it works totally fine. If you can invest in good lighting, great, but if not, don't stress over it. One thing I do recommend is a tripod. Trust me, shaky videos are the worst, and a tripod just makes life easier. And no, you don't need some expensive ones, just something that keeps your phone stable. Now, the most important part is editing. That's where the real magic happens. Even if you don't have the best setup, trust me when I say this, good editing can make a huge difference. Play around with settings, find your own style. It takes time, but it's worth it. There are like ton of YouTube tutorials. If you ever feel stuck, you can just watch them and try to avoid those heavy filters. They mess up with the colors of your product and customers might not get what they expect you know and try to use natural light as much as you can. Trust me, especially during golden hour, it will makes your videos, your photos so much better. Next question is, did you learn from somewhere how to make jewelry accessories? I haven't learned from anywhere, and I'm so proud when I say this that I'm mostly self taught. When it comes to handmade stuff, I just look at the picture and it comes naturally to me. That's just how my brain works. I automatically figure out how to make something, like it just clicks. I did check out a few YouTube tutorials here and there, like in the beginning, but mostly I just rely on my creativity and instincts. Do you have any plans to start operating on Flipkart, Amazon, or Meesho? Honestly, I did try using them, but they didn't work for me because they required a GST number and a lot of documentation. And I won't lie, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to paperwork. Right now, I think Instagram is just working fine for me, so I haven't really felt the need to go through all that hassle. But yeah, I do want to try them in the future because I think they could be helpful. I'm just not sure when or if I will actually go around to it, so I don't know. Can I order from Sri Lanka, and are the ear cuffs you make your idea or it's something common? For now, I haven't opened worldwide shipping, so it's only available in India. And as for the ear cuffs, no, they are not originally my creations. but the ones I made were completely my designs. How did you manage to ship products if you are on vacation? I just inform my customers and followers through my Instagram stories whether I'm going on a vacation or visiting my hometown. I let them know that I won't be able to ship orders for a week and I just ship them once I'm back. I share all the updates and important information there so my customers always stay informed. Next is a very good question. Pinterest finds ask how to grow our business. My business will turn 1 year soon, but I only gained 600 followers. I totally get what you are saying. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when other small businesses seem to be making money and shipping out a lot of orders while we are still figuring things out. Okay, but here's the thing I want to emphasize on this. Consistency is key. I'll say this once again, consistency is key. Everyone talks about it, but what does it really mean? For me, it's about following trends and making them your own. You don't need to copy, just adapt them to fit your brand and your style. Your videos, for example, should be clean and clear. If you don't showcase your products well, people won't be interested. I can't stress this enough. If your content isn't showing the true beauty of your products, you won't attract customers. Trust me, I have seen it happen. Also, when it comes to posting, you don't need to do it every single day, but be consistent, especially when you are starting and don't have much of an audience. Posting regularly really helps. I'm sharing the tips that I use when posting on Instagram on screen. I hope that helps you and you can just take a screenshot and give them a try. It's really working for me and I hope it works for you too. Lastly, make sure your product stands out. You can't expect to sell the same thing as everyone else. There are too many small businesses offering the same products. So work on improving the quality and the uniqueness of what you offer. I think the reason people aren't recognizing your page yet is because Zarina asked, you used to sell necklaces. I used to see your page from when you started it. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what you are asking, but I think you mean if I'm selling necklaces or not. Right now, I'm not selling any, but customs are always open. You are free to send me any inspiration you have, and I'll let you know the details of that. And by the tone of your message, it sounds like you have been following me from the start. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for sticking around since day one. I really, really appreciate your support. Anomalist Wills asked how to manage business finances. It's a very good question. So, if you are starting out and unsure about how to manage your finances, here are a few steps that can help. First, it's very important to calculate the cost of your raw materials, shipping, and any other expenses related to creating and selling your products. This will help you understand how much you are actually spending on each item. Don't forget to account for packaging, tools, and anything else you are using. Also, if you are just starting out, you don't need to make a ton of stock right away. It's better to produce based on orders to avoid wasting money on inventory that might not sell. You can even test products first by posting them on your Instagram stories or doing a poll to see how your followers react. If the response is good, then go ahead and make some. Another tip is to track your income and expenses regularly. Keep receipts for everything, even for small purchases. When it comes time to calculate your profits, you want to have an accurate picture of where your money is going. The goal is to make sure your income is greater than your expenses and you have some savings for reinvestment in your business. Finally, Pricing your products is crucial. Don't just charge what others charge. Factor in your time, materials, shipping cost, and taxes to make sure you are covering everything. It's okay to price your products higher if it's needed to make a profit. Being transparent with your customers about your pricing and quality will help you build trust. Ritika asked, your mantra for this business, and does promoting our page on Instagram affect the reach later? I think it can have an effect, but not in the way you might think. I ran an Instagram ad once and it really helped my business. I got more than 25 orders from that one ad. It was so beneficial, especially since I was, about to shut down my shop at that time. And I don't think Instagram will just shut down your page after you promote it, but if you are constantly using ads and then suddenly stop, it might affect your reach a little. That's just my personal experience, and what I can say for sure is that Instagram ads do work. They help get your profile noticed and bring in new eyes to your business. I got this question every other day. Where did you get your raw materials from? Okay, now I want to say this upfront. It's not really fair to ask small businesses directly where they get their materials from. Everyone has their own sources, and most of the time, we put a lot of effort into finding the right places to get what we need. It's a personal choice, and I believe everyone works hard for what they have. So, while I can't tell you directly where I get my materials from, I can definitely guide you a little. Here's what I would recommend: start by searching hashtags like raw materials for small business or charms, beads, handmade, jewelry. Try searching them. The on the social media, there are plenty of options out there. You can also look on Amazon or other online marketplaces. Trust me, if you genuinely start looking, you will find what you need. I know it can take some time, but the resources are there. Just remember, building your own source of materials takes effort, and I really believe that's part of the journey. So, do some research, keep looking, and you will get there. These were the main questions you guys asked. If I missed any, feel free to ask in the comments. I think I have covered most of the common ones from the Q&A section. I really hope this helps because when I started, there weren't many Indian YouTubers talking about small businesses. There were some, but it was tough to find specific information like how to manage shipping, where to get packaging, or basic things like that. I'm a self taught artist and I have faced struggles like sourcing the right materials and navigating the whole process. In India, we don't even have stores like Michael, so it's been a challenge. But you know what? Every struggle, every setbacks has shaped where I am today, and it's all part of the journey. That's why I started this YouTube channel to share what I have learned and help make it a little easier for you guys who are on the similar path. We are in this all together. If you are feeling stuck, frustrated, or overwhelmed, trust me, you're not alone. It's normal to feel that way, especially when you are starting out. But just take it step by step and don't be too hard on yourself. The most important thing is to keep going, to believe in what you are doing, and to trust that you will get there. Every little bit of progress is still progress. I hope by sharing my experiences, you feel a little more confident, a little more motivated, and know that if I can do it, so can you. We are all just figuring it out, and that's perfectly okay. So, in the rest of the video, I'm gonna share you my personal tips and tricks that I use for my small business and the things I wish I knew before starting my small business.